I actually had to manually start it. It wasn't going to automatically start. That's kind of a good thing. Um, I was on the pot just a minute ago, and it's like, man, that'd be real embarrassing. I'm in the process of making several mistakes. Um, the first of which started a week ago. I did not fully cook some food, and I've been paying for it all week. I haven't had a proper meal in like 4 days. I'm starved, but I can't eat too much because my stomach is a shriveled lump. Ugh. We do a lot of burping. Apologize in advance. But I have here the main course, which is chimichanga pizza. I saw this at the store and I was like, yeah, let's try it. I don't like the idea of chimichanga in a pizza, as a pizza, but the ingredients look good, so I was like, sure, let's do it. No one else can eat it, so it's all mine. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know. Um, if I'm covering the microphone by having it here, then I'll move the phone. For the side, I have the second best Doritos in existence, Tapatio Doritos. The first best, of course, are the Blazing Buffalo Ranch. Those weren't stocked on the shelves, unfortunately. So, yeah. And then for washing it all down, we got ourselves the best off-brand Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. It's good stuff. It's gonna wet my whistle. Wet my whistle. Wet whistle. I hope you all have been well. So besides being sick and laying flat on my back for 4 days, I really can't complain. Life's pretty good. Life is uncomplainable. You hear me? It's uncomplainable. I'm not sure if anyone's hearing me or not. Let me see if I can turn off my mic. Very good. We're good. It's not the best quality. Sorry, gotta live with it. This is what I got. So, hope y'all are well. Nightmare of Legend. Hello. Hi. Hope you are well. Um, it was a pleasant day today. It was very windy the past couple days, but today was nice. It was a good temperature, no rain, clear skies, mostly clear skies. Um, Philemon Sevilla. Oh boy, we got 12 people on. What's up, guys? It's good to see y'all. It's like bringing the old crew, the old fam back. I got you. I liked. Thank you, man. So, we can talk about your stuff. We can talk about Abridging. Ed Sheeran, if he was old. Oh no. Oh no. Not him. What would I, yes, I look old. It's just my balding hair. That stinks. Um, I am him. I literally him, truly, in the flesh, in the flesh. If you say so, Blockman. I don't know what that makes you, but so anyhow, I'm eating all sorts of things that I should not be eating, um, given my condition. But that's okay. It's a Friday night. I have a blast. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday night and don't spend too much time with me talking about some obscure subgenre of YouTube on the internet. Um, I did most of my talking about abridging on my other channel, my Annex of Roads channel. I pirated, I privated Timothy Templeton. Again, excuse me for all the burps that happened tonight. I can't avoid it. Excuse me. Um, most of my abridging like commentary went on my other channel. Um, but tonight I just said screw it. Let's just do it on here. Let's just see. What started this overnight surge was about 24 hours ago. Um, I was browsing Twitter, which is a mistake. Don't do that. And let me do that. There we go. I haven't said too much about it on here. I've kept this pretty, not apolitical, but pretty relatively neutral compared to my Annex Roads channel. Thank you. My wife picked this up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Check out this. Look at this little munchkin. We got this for our wedding. It's hilarious. How could you not get it? We put it on our wedding list. Where'd I get it? Where'd I get this online? It was on Amazon. Amazon makes that extremely easy, which is great. What time is it where you are? It is nighttime. That's what time it is. It's nighttime. Darn it. So the title was going to be "Let's talk about abridging," but instead I had to start it myself manually. So now it says Abridgelion is live. Feel free to ask me any question. Don't be a weirdo though. If you're a weirdo, I'll ban you. I love the rest of you though. Tonight's the last night that I have the house to myself. My wife is with my kids and her family. Where we live, there is no trick or treating because the nearest neighbor is a quarter mile away. And we in the woods, we in the boonies, man, the boonies. So they went to an actual town. It's 1:30 in the morning where I live. England. Oh, you're in England. Oh, jolly good. Very good. 97% of my genes are British Isles. Didn't specify which of them, but probably English. Maybe a little Irish, perhaps a little Scottish, but mostly English. I'm just hated. You can see it in my eyes. You can see it in my teeth. What is your job? What's my job? I work at a dietary supplement manufacturer. So I make soft gels. I make dietary supplements that people take to because they can. I can't say because they help people because FDA will come after you if you say that. If you say that your product will actually help and treat something, FDA will come after you and say, no, that's a pharmaceutical drug, and you have a whole different list of regulations you have to follow. So all we can say is how much of something is in our product, is in the product that we produce. We don't even make it. We're a contract manufacturer, so other people give us orders and we make it for them. We just encapsulate it. They give us the oil and we encapsulate it. Yeah, that's cool. So if you've ever taken fish oil or Aleve is a drug, of course, but like fish oil is like a dietary supplement. I think there's only 2 people on your life. That's okay. I don't mind. In fact, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a blessing. I'm really glad it didn't get too big, and I can talk about that too a little bit, I guess. So something that blew up almost exactly 24 hours ago, at least that I saw. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. God bless. I was browsing Twitter. Big mistake. Don't do that. Don't recommend it. Bad move. And I was looking at abridging discourse. That's another mistake. There's dumb. I only care because I'm passionate about this. And there's people arguing about specifically Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Well, thank you, Grace. Appreciate it. And that there's a lot of people who say they like Dragon Ball, but they've only seen the Abridged. And all the true, pure the pure elitist Dragon Ball fans like, oh, and time out here. No, 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 no. How can you fully appreciate the abridged without seeing the original? How can you fully appreciate the abridged without seeing the source of all this? My perspective as just an average guy is I don't got time for. Someone told me how many episodes Dragon Ball Z actually is. He was like, you have to watch Dragon Ball Z. It's 291 episodes and a couple of movies and 100 hours. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. Forget it. Um, you're gonna live tomorrow? I don't think so. No, the family's gonna be back. Um, I don't know if it's popular enough. People like it, then I'll do it again. But uh, I'm sure this problem happens with Sword Art Online and something witty entertainment. Sorry, man. You're like, come on, man, priorities. What games do you play if you have an Xbox or anything? I do technically have an Xbox. I don't really play it. Uh, I used to play a lot of games, a lot of Total War, Call of Duty, League of Legends. That sounds really cliche. I'm sorry. The one game I didn't play was Fortnite. Um, I played like hundreds of different types of games. I've sampled pretty much every genre. I grew up on the Game Boy and the N64, Game Boy Advance specifically, and then the GameCube. I was always a console a generation behind. And then I hit college and got on PC and left consoles behind. It's like I got all the consoles I need. Bro, did you say you do not play? That's correct. I don't play Fortnite. You're not gonna start me. Don't you do it. Um, no, I don't play Fortnite. I don't. Absolutely not. No, I'm not gonna do that. No. My wife and I have been playing with her brother and his wife, four-player co-op Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn. Fantastic action RPG. Um, it's one of the best running games out there. It's on PC. I don't know if it's on any other console, but that's been a way that we just chill out. We play Crash Bandicoot, Fortnite, and Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. So the third one, I played 1 through 3, including Brotherhood and Revelations. I liked. I'm weird. I liked 3 the most. And the reason why I like 3 the most is because I like the setting. That is biased. Uh, I live in America. I grew up in America, in the U.S. And I grew up in the Boy Scouts back when they were the Boy Scouts, and like just exploring the frontier was just a blast to me. And I loved that. Connor is an awesome character. I actually really like him. I get that people say he's whiny. I liked him a lot. Achilles was really cool. The little community they had was really cool. I like 3 of the best, but I'm biased. So it had a lot of problems with it too. If all the Ubisoft nonsense was present, I promise. The original Assassin's Creed 1 had probably the best story, and then it just went downhill. Didn't have terribly good gameplay, but it had the best story. 2 probably had the best gameplay. Got me some hot chips. Tapatio. Whoa. And I got myself. Oh, I gotta go. Have a good night. All right. See you, TGB. TJB. King. What's up? See. Good night. I'm still here. I got me a good batch. When there's more red than chip, that's a good. Okay, this is not a really good example, but when you got more red than chip, that's a good Tapatio batch. Mm. Mm. It's like 2 shades sky. All right, don't worry about it. Thanks for hopping on. See you later. God bless. These Tapatio chips are like 2 shades short of Flamin' Hot. That's kind of like my benchmark. And with Flamin' Hot, like you have to eat about 5 to 10 to get the flames going, and then you just finish the bag, and it's just awesome. It's just you're in overdrive mode. It's amazing. Um, Tapatio is like It's like Mexican salsa. It's like hard Mexican salsa in your mouth. Oh, it's just, Whereas Blazing Buffalo with ranch is the absolute best because the rich, creamy ranch perfectly complements the heat, the buffalo heat. Oh, it's so good. I'm biased there too because I love me some buffalo wings. That's pretty good. Man, this I got too much light here. On the other side of the room here, we've got like this gigantic spotlight. You can't. And there's no furniture on the other side. There's like one chair. It's like, bah, which is great for streaming, I guess. Like this works great, but. mm, mm, mm. Oh, that's a Mark Wiens. Oh. mm. I had me some not Mountain Dew. This isn't actually Mountain Dew. This is the off-brand, the local off-brand. Everyone has a local off-brand. Our local off-brands are actually really good. They're the true best value. If you go any lower, you're going to save maybe 10%, but you're going to lose 50% of the quality and taste. So, yeah. Let's talk about abridging. Okay. Let's talk about abridging. How did I get into it? Oh, let's see. I think it was 1910. 12-ish years ago. 12 years ago. I decided to make my first abridged series, which was Abridgelion. But before that, years before, when I first started college, 2008 or 2009, 2010, I discovered Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged by Little Karibo and Code Ment and None Piece by Purple Eyes. I fell in love with them. I loved them. I expanded a bit and got interested in Team 4-Star, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. By early 2012, late 2011, I didn't like the direction that it was heading, that abridging in general was heading. It was expanding quite a bit, but I didn't like the direction that it was going. While it was improving on the technical side of things, like visually, audially, it was great. That was an improvement. It didn't look like it was filmed on a flip phone, thank goodness. But on the other hand, I noticed a decrease in the amount of jokes. I didn't like that. That's not the reason why I started watching the Bridge series. That's not the reason why I got into a Bridge series. I wanted that rapid paced joke thing. So, I was like, well, I might as well make my own. I finally had some money, and I was like, I want to make my own. I have a little bit of video editing experience from a channel that no longer exists. There is evidence online somewhere. You can go look for it. Good luck. But it's gonna be hard. If someone comes to me and says like, "Hey, I found it," like that'll be like S tier, like finding. If you know what it is, if you know where that old account is, like all I'm gonna say is Black Pawn Movement represent. Back in my anti-Twilight days. Funny story about Twilight. I read the book. I actually read Twilight back in the day. I managed to skip over the part where Edward takes off his shirt and his skin glitters in the sun. I skipped that part. I thought he and Bella were gonna get jiggy, and I was like, I don't want to see that. I was some weird prude celibate high schooler. I was just weird. So I just skipped over that part. I went on the next chapter. And so when everyone referenced it online, I was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, it was in the book. I'm like, didn't you read it? I'm like, I guess not that part. It's the most important part. So I don't know. Anyhow, I decided let's make it a bridge series. Let's do it. I had the right equipment. I felt like the pieces were starting to come together. I had the right software. I knew someone who had the right recording equipment, the right recording studio. I had the right voices. I decided I was going to fill in for as everyone as I could, and just have fun and get this thing off the ground. And my geology classmates were the were the other voices, by and large. Other geology classmates and colleagues. They were the other voices. Ty now is a geophysicist who flies around all over the country, all over the world, doing stuff. Beta Data is doing, I think, some sort of engineering, but still geology-ish related. Steph, if you remember her, she played Hikari. She's doing, she did geology stuff for a time, but her degree's in that. And then of course there's me, who did geology for 8 years and quit and moved out to the middle of nowhere where I am now. A different kind of middle of nowhere. Jen was also a geologist. It's just, you get random people. You get random people, and with all due respect, nobody's. Actually, that's not even a put down. That's a boon. The best takes I've gotten are from people who have never done any voice acting whatsoever. They're just normal people. Like, the best takes I got were from people who just wanted to have fun. I'm really pleased with the way Ninja Scritch came out, because that had a lot of stars, uh, medium tier stars. I don't know where you would rate like Eagle 8 Burger and the rest, but like, um, obviously bigger names than me. But like actual people that, Abridgelion got me into enough circles, namely abridgeforums.com. Excuse me. That I got to rub shoulders with some bigger names. Um, so I wrote this script in a really short amount of time, and I recorded everything in an even shorter amount of time. And I lost access to the recording studio, so I just had a cheap clip-on mic and my laptop, my old laptop. Um, and I was like, let me just record all the lines, and I'll take care of all the editing when I move after I graduate, and that's what happened. I could have had the whole project done by the end of 2013 if I really, really, really pushed it, but I didn't. I was settling in the new job and the new location. I moved across the country. Um, there's a lot of excuses I can make, but like, so it took me like 2.5 years to finish it. It really shouldn't have taken that long. It should not have taken that long. I wanted more so the speed, velocity, momentum, pacing of the humor and the comedy. And I intentionally, when I had to judge between the two, what am I going to do? Like, make this look and sound pretty, or make it look and sound funny? I was going to go with the look and sound funny. And intentionally, I guess, neglect the technical quality, because I thought this was more important to me. Being funny, that's more important. Meanwhile, the big series kept getting more and more uh, technically advanced, getting more and more like formal training. And some of these guys went on to become like actual voice actors. Technically, you could call me an actual voice actor, but like, I have no formal training whatsoever. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy, just a guy. And my goal was, like, at the start of 2015, I was like, I got to finish this. This is the year of the Ava. It needs to be done, and by the end of the year. And I did that. And I rushed the end, much like the original, which is kind of funny. But I got it done. And then 2016 came upon me, and holy cow, that was a year. What all happened that year? The Cubs won the World Series. That was a big disappointment as a Cards fan. The election. Just, man, I'm not going to get into politics. I promise I won't get into politics. It's just that was a notable event that happened that year. I met my wife, and we got married. We were in a long distance relationship when we got married. Um, I had the worst, hardest job experience of my life. Um, everything was kind of just on hold, I guess. But I still wanted to. I still wanted to do something. I still had creative flow in my head, so I pounded out the script to Ninja Scritch, and 3/4 of it managed to survive. And then and then the next year, 2017, like I finished it on a. I was like, let's just get it done. My wife has a lot more video editing capabilities. I hate video editing. I hate it. I dislike it entirely. I have massive respect for anyone who does it. Okay, massive respect for anyone who does it. I'm not that guy. I dislike it. I loathe it. Respect the people who do it. I dislike it. Okay, I dislike doing it myself. That's why it took so long. I can write a script in no time flat. I can voice quickly. I can direct competently. Video editing, forget that. And yet, a lot of the video editing required like my specific touch, because I wasn't looking to edit technically, but comedically. Once you figure out the trick to editing comedically, you're set. You're golden. There are a lot of very competent technical editors who don't know how to present effectively. I say this with all due respect because they can do something that I don't, which is hard work. They can work hard. I can't. I suck at working hard. Um, but anyhow, so we got that done in 2017, and then first kid came along. I was already starting to work on the script to Stranger Days, and eventually Memorial Day weekend 2019, I'm like, let's just get it done. Let's do it. So I sat at my desk all weekend and worked on it. Got it done and went up. 3 months later, said, done, retired, forget it. I don't want to do this anymore. My creative well is dry. And it's true. My creative well is still pretty dry. That's okay. Because I had fun. Most importantly, I think, is that I finished it. So many abridged series like stop without a conclusive ending. A good story has an ending. A good story has an ending. I've learned a lot from the authors of the Expanse series, Daniel Abraham, and Ty Frank. They're the perfect writing duo. They actually finished their 9-novel Expanse saga. Something their teacher, George R. R. Martin, couldn't do. Come here, kitty cat. Oh, come here. You know, is there a camera? So you're like, no, that's where the demons come out of. No. Oh, gotcha. Hello, kitty cat. Kitty cat. Hello. Oh, okay. This one's funny. You pick her up, and she gives you a time limit. She's like, okay, clock's ticking. You got 30 seconds, and I'm going to scram. The other one is very squirrely. You can't catch her. But when you do, because she's oblivious half the time, when you do catch her, like, you can hold on to her for a long time. She's like, oh, actually, this is very nice. Thank you. Weird. Orange cat behavior. Is this officially a mukbang? Because I'm eating in front of a camera, answering questions, fielding questions. I don't give a darn. My name's Dave. Excuse me. Feeling better. Another chief reason why I wanted to abridge Evangelion specifically. So, two reasons. One was one I've already mentioned, which is that I didn't see one that I really liked. And I was like, well, maybe I can do this better. Maybe I can do this one to my liking. I'm not going to tell any abridger how to handle their baby, how to develop their creative child, so to speak. If they ask, I'll make suggestions. And I'll speak in generalities, like improve your pacing, that kind of thing. But when an abridger makes a decision that I think is just dumb, like I'm not gonna be a jerk about it. Like every single abridger does something that I don't think is wise, effective, something like that. That's okay. That's okay. That's their baby. They're out creating things. I'm not going to badmouth any abridger. Okay. It's the armchair critics that have my total disdain. Okay. Do not come to me saying this or that or the other when you haven't made anything yourself. I take criticism a lot more seriously from someone who has been in the trenches. I did not spend much time in those trenches, by the way. I'm not here to boast about my time in the trenches. All I'm saying is I actually did something, and the proof is online. Go out and do it yourself. It's different. So yeah, that was one reason. Was I wasn't appealed to any of the Evangelion bridges that did exist, and it seemed like I don't know. I was like, oh, let me do one that I think is let me do it my way. Just see. The other reason, this was a big reason too, was that I didn't like it. My original watch through of Evangelion, I give it a 4 out of 10. I didn't like it at all. Nope. We're doing good. After having watched it now twice, 3 times, it's like, okay, maybe a 7. Maybe I'll give it a 7. It's better than I originally judged it, but it's still not something I would recommend to people. I only recommend it to people if like, hey, I'm interested in anime. We're like the top 10 anime to like get me familiar with the culture, get familiar with the genre. Like that's one of them. That's had a huge effect. It's one you kind of need to watch. I said as much 9 years ago on Scriptweaver's channel. We had a bunch of us on talking about Ava. I think it's easier to abridge something that you don't like. A lot of people abridge series that they do like. A lot of abridgers pick series in movies that they enjoy. But it's easier to make fun of something that you don't like. Um, it's hard to tip your own sacred cow. When you love something, you pedestalize it. You turn it into a sacred cow. And when someone makes points at it and goes, ha, ha, like, hey, wait a second. No, hang on. Anime fans are really good at that. Really common with that. Sacred cows are going to get tipped. You should expect them getting tipped. How will you react to that? And when it comes to finding a series, an anime to abridge, find one that you don't see as a sacred cow. Find one that you absolutely dislike. Anyone can abridge Mars of Destruction. I've seen it. It's a 30-minute video on YouTube. It sucks. It's awful. It's a 2 out of 10. Anyone could do that. It'd be hilarious. Anyone could do it, and it would be better. Anyone can do it, and it would be at least a 3 out of 10. Anyone could abridge that to a level of 3 out of 10 or higher. I had someone say, the abridged can never be as good as the original. Bull. No. That's a load of horseradish right there. That's a load of nonsense. Any abridged series that doesn't improve even slightly on the original is not a good abridged series. It's one that's failed. I will stand by that. I would not watch the hundreds of episodes of card games in Yu-Gi-Oh! I would instead go to Little Karibo's channel and watch his 80 some episodes abridged series. I would gladly do that. Happy to do that. All right, bye, Grace. See you later. Have a good one. But I'm not going to sit through hundreds of episodes of mediocre children's television. Um, no, I would rather watch the abridged. This is definitely true of Dragon Ball Z abridged. This is, in my opinion, definitely true of. Uh, I don't know about Hellsing Ultimate. I didn't see that original one, but at least the first 3 episodes of Hellsing Ultimate abridged are very good. The dogs are playing. I don't see them do that very much. That's good to see. They've been together for 8 years now, 7 years. You're goofy. Wait, dog. Wait, dog. Wait. Come on. Oh, I know. You too. You too. Okay, let's show the dogs. Let's show the dogs. You have arthritis. You have trouble jumping. This one doesn't, though. This one's just a ball of energy. Can you do? Yes. You little crazy mutts. Now don't pee in the house ever again. Thank you. Wait, down. Thank you. Sit. Stay. Good dog. Good dog. The other dog outside is gone again because freaking tornado landed 2 miles from the house. So he's probably scared. Ran. I think I saw him this morning though, so I don't know where he's at. I don't know. Anyhow, an abridged series should be better. Why? Because it's shorter. That is exactly why it should be better, because it's shorter. That immediately makes it better because it's shorter. Don't waste the viewer's time. Have some respect for the viewer's time. If you've got a scene that's 15 minutes long that you could have just cut down to 5 minutes, you wasted 10 minutes of the audience's time. Don't do that. It is extremely hard to abridge a really, really good, well-paced anime. I found that a struggle with Babylon. I managed to do it with Ninja Scroll. I managed to do it with Ninja Scroll, when I think about it. But anything I consider like a 10 out of 10, like that's going to be hard to top. I don't. So here's the next part about it. Like, you can't consider yourself a true fan of X fandom if all you've seen is the abridged. Okay. I don't care about that. Oh, I'm an Evangelion fan, but I've only seen Abridgelion. Like, that's just silly. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, time out. This is some fandom gatekeeping here. The fandom police are out and about. Where's your license for that, mate? Where's your license to be a fan of our content, of our sacred cow? Okay. I don't. I don't care. There's no way I'm going to sit through almost 300 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. When there's 60 perfectly good episodes of Dragon Ball Z abridged. Now, and here's another piece of evidence. So years ago, I was like episode 3 or something. I got a comment from a guy who said, Team 4 Star or Dragon Ball Z abridged cuts out training. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged cuts out card games. Abridgelion cuts out Shinji whining. That's so true. I cut out all the whining Shinji, which is usually seen as kind of the more annoying part of NGE. Definitely the time wasting part. He's just sitting there kind of like crying, sobbing into his knees. I'm like, come on, grow up, kid. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what makes it so funny, and that's what makes it. That's what's improved on the original. What are you doing? Dog, stop. You were loud. I need to find your brother outside. I need to find out where he's gone off to. What are you doing? You have a sip of water. That's right. Lick, lick, lick. Get another sip of water. Okay. Joke's on you, mangy dog. It's not water, it's off-brand Mountain Dew. Now, there is a complicating aspect to the really big names, such as Team 4 Star and Something Winning Entertainment. And that is, well, I'm not familiar with that, with this aspect when it comes to Sword Art Online and Something Winning Entertainment. All I've seen is a couple references, like, yeah, it's the same way with them too. Um, Team 4 Star has lost their channel. Like it's just been taken down, all their videos, like multiple times. They've gotten in trouble with Funimation, Toei Animation, and the rest. They've gotten in big trouble because why? There's a lot of conjecture. Uh, I'm not exactly sure of the truth on that, but the fact that they're so big has something to do with it. I got a copyright strike once and a whole bunch of videos taken down. I appealed them and got restored and everything. I was fine. Um, but the fact that I'm so small, like this only happened to be once, maybe twice. I don't remember if it happened a second time. It happened on my other channel because I used music from school days. Dumb. Um, when you get so big with an abridged series, uh, to the point where people are quote unquote joining the fandom. Dogs, go. Shoot. Shoot, sit. When the abridged series attracts people to the source fandom, to the source material, in such a high degree that it's like noticeable, it doesn't matter if it's a problem or not. They're going to see it as like, hey, this is our product. What are you doing? I can see where they're coming from. I can see where Funimation and Toei are coming from. I don't agree with them. It's just a parody. Did Konami get mad at Maxor for making his an incorrect version of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance? I don't think so. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's different because it's an old game. I don't know. I think it's different when you get to really big numbers. Like when you hit the millions, then the problem arises, appears. But before then, it doesn't seem to be a problem at all. I don't know how many times Lil Karibo's had to reinstate his channel, but like I'm sure it's happened once or 5 times, once or more. Like everyone has to deal with it, even small-time Ava abridgers like Reborn Zombie and Room 604. Like they had to deal with it too. 604 had to deal with like a whole takedown, like whole channel takedown, and appeal that. I was like, man, this stinks. Because Studio Kara just decided to go on a quick spree. Okay, fine. It's not going to happen to smaller folks. It's not going to happen to me. It's just not. Why? Because I'm small fries. Who am I pulling away from the proper Ava fandom with my goofy little parody, which has a couple 100,000 views? Combined. Like, who am I? Who am I doing that? Like, who's losing money from me? Is Anno losing any cash because of my dumb anime parody? No, probably not. Probably not. I don't want to say anything that gets anyone in trouble. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I would absolutely defend any of them to say that they have the right to make their parody because it's a parody. I think legally they can't even say that, hey, the abridged is better than the original. I can say that because I'm a nobody. I'm just a guy. I don't have a business. I have this dinky little YouTube channel that I maintain and troll with, sort of. But like, I can say that. I don't think the big names can say that. It's possible they can't say that. So I don't want to get them in trouble by saying it. So I just bless him. That's that. That's pretty much what I have to say about all that. I haven't been watching a British series lately. I haven't been interested, haven't had time. I've been interested in other stuff. The YouTubers I do watch now are just whoever I find very quickly funny. If you heard of T-Mall, he does uh, Call of Duty videos. He does like cursed weapon builds, just crazy uh, weapon builds, that kind of thing. So he's fun. He doesn't waste my time. Let's Game It Out is always good when he's got another satisfactory video. Donkey is still Donkey. Bless him and bless his child and bless Leah. Um, kind of all I want to say about that. If you have questions, let me know. Um, I don't know. It's just that was a silly chapter of my life, and now it's in the bin, so to speak. Moved on. But I'll still occasionally look back and like comment on stuff. If you're gonna do something, have an exit strategy. Have an exit strategy. Get it done. Finish it. Finish it. Get it done. Please. Don't spend lots of your time. Just get it done. Don't let it drag on 6, 7, 8 years and be like, oh, we got another video. AMV Hell came out with episode 8 of their series. And I'm like, you guys are still active? By the way, the voice to Asuka came from AMV Hell 3. Within the first third of the video, Asuka is in her gigantic suit, and Fat Albert is voicing over her, going, "Hey, hey, hey!" That's where I got the voice from. I stole that idea and I just ran with it. Um, the greatest compliment, in my opinion, that a bridger could receive is I can't watch the canon anymore without hearing the voice you came up with. Um, like, oh, I was watching Ava the other day, and I was surprised when Ray wasn't a goat. I'm like, yes, mission accomplished. I love that. I love that. Um, Abridging is a wonderful, hilarious little subset on microcosm on YouTube. Just don't ever make it more than a hobby. Don't ever make it your lifestyle. Don't try and sell merch from it. Um, I know I've had merch on my channel before, but it was more like if you're interested, sort of thing. And some people were, so I was like, here you go, here's an outlet for it. I wasn't like trying to force it in order to pay the bills and stuff. Um, just enjoy it and have fun and meet new people and keep voice acting if you're into that. Um, and work hard. Don't be like me. Actually, work hard. Anyhow, God bless. See you guys around. All right.